Every month, thousands of cat guardians search online for the same desperate question: why is my cat peeing on my bed? They've tried different litters. They've moved the litter box. They've cleaned the same spot over and over, and nothing works. Most of them assume it's a litter box problem, but in many cases, it's not. I'm Lucia Fernandez, and as a feline behavior specialist, I've seen this pattern countless times. Today, I want to share one particular story, a story that changed how I think about inappropriate urination in cats. This is Boris's story. Emily washed her daughter's sheets for the third time that week. Her cat, Boris, had peed on the bed again. She was exhausted, confused, and running out of hope. Every night she searched online for answers. She tried different litters. She moved the litter box. She bought new ones. Nothing worked. Friends told her Boris was being spiteful, that he was angry, that maybe she should consider rehoming him. But Emily loved Boris, and deep down, she knew something else was going on. What she didn't know yet was that Boris wasn't being difficult. He was desperately lonely. This is Boris's story, and if your cat is peeing on the bed, this might be your cat's story too. Emily was a single mother, raising her 8-year-old daughter, Chloe, while working full-time to support their small family. Their apartment was cozy, warm, filled with love. And in the middle of that home lived Boris, a beautiful, young, white cat, adored by everyone. But for months, Boris had been urinating on Chloe's bed. At first, Emily thought it was an accident, a one-time thing, but it kept happening. Soon, he was also peeing on clean laundry, on rugs, on cushions. The smell returned no matter how many times she cleaned. The frustration grew. Emily felt like she was failing, like she was doing something wrong. She researched for hours, late at night, scrolling through forums, reading article after article. Everyone had advice, but nothing gave her clarity. Try this litter, move the box here, add another box, use attractant spray. She tried everything, and still Boris kept peeing on the bed. When Emily finally reached out to me, her voice was tired, gentle, a little embarrassed, like she'd been carrying this quiet worry for so long and had finally run out of places to hide it. "I don't know what I'm doing wrong," she said softly. And I told her what I tell every cat parent in this situation: you're not doing anything wrong. Your cat is trying to tell you something. When I began assessing Boris's situation, one thing became clear very quickly. Boris was not urinating on the bed out of spite. He wasn't being disobedient, and it had nothing to do with the litter box. Emily had done everything right. The litter box was clean, appropriately sized, uncovered, placed in a quiet area. She scooped daily. She'd even taken Boris to the vet for a full exam and urinalysis. Medically, Boris was perfectly healthy. So why was he doing this? Here's what most people don't understand about cats peeing on beds. When a cat chooses to urinate on soft surfaces, especially beds or clean laundry, they're not trying to upset you. They're seeking comfort. You see, beds and clothing are saturated with human scent, the scent of the people a cat loves most. And when a cat is feeling stressed, anxious, or emotionally overwhelmed, these objects provide a sense of safety, a sense of connection. Boris wasn't destroying Emily's home. He was trying to feel close to her. But why was he feeling this way? That's when I started looking at Boris's daily life. Emily worked long shifts, Chloe was in school and after-school programs. By 8:30 in the morning, the apartment that had been warm and bustling just an hour earlier became silent. And Boris? Boris spent 8 to 10 hours alone, every single day. No interaction, no stimulation, no companionship, just waiting. One of the most damaging myths about cats is that they prefer to be alone. Many people believe cats are naturally independent, solitary, that they don't need social interaction the way dogs do. But research has shown us something different. Domestic cats often form deep emotional bonds. They crave companionship. They thrive on play, on interaction, on having another living being to engage with. And when those needs aren't met, loneliness shows up as behavior. For Boris, that behavior was inappropriate urination. He wasn't acting out. He was coping. He was a young, social, curious cat living in an environment that, despite being loving, wasn't meeting his emotional needs. And the bed? The bed was the one place that smelled like safety, like Emily, like home. So of course he kept going back to it. When I explained this to Emily, she didn't argue. She didn't defend. She just sat there, nodding slowly, as if something inside her was finally making sense. So he needs more, she said quietly. He needs companionship. Yes, he needed a friend. I suggested to Emily that we try adding a second cat to the household. She hesitated at first. Understandably, adopting another cat is a commitment. Emotionally, financially, and she wasn't sure if it would help or if it would just create more problems. So I offered an alternative: foster a kitten, temporarily. Fostering allows you to see how your resident cat responds to companionship without the pressure of a permanent decision. It gives the cat what they need while giving you time to observe. Emily agreed. At the time, I had recently rescued a young kitten, a tiny, fluffy, black and white sweetheart with a gentle personality and a playful spirit. His name was Flash. Something told me Flash's temperament would be exactly what Boris needed. We followed a slow, careful introduction. First, scent swapping, then visual contact through a cracked door, then short, supervised interactions. And from the very first moment, Boris showed interest. His tail was high. His body language was curious, not fearful. He sniffed under the door. He waited by it. He wanted to meet this little newcomer. By day 3, they were playing together. By day 4, the apartment echoed with the soft, joyful sound of 2 cats chasing each other down the hallway. The transformation in Boris was immediate and remarkable. His energy changed. His posture changed. He looked brighter, more confident, more alive. He drank more water, he moved more. His coat took on a healthier shine. Emily noticed it. Chloe noticed it. Boris was happy again. But the most astonishing change came quietly. Within just 1 week of Flash's arrival, Boris stopped peeing on the bed. Not once, not even a small relapse, not a single accident. The behavior that had plagued Emily and Chloe for months, the behavior that had brought them to tears, caused endless frustration, and led to constant cleaning, evaporated completely. Boris's need for emotional security had finally been met. He was no longer alone. He was no longer bored. He had a companion who understood him in ways humans simply couldn't. At night, Boris and Flash curled up together. They groomed each other. They played. They filled the apartment with a warmth that had been missing for so long. Emily cried the first night she realized she didn't need to cover Chloe's bed with towels anymore. Chloe hugged Boris with renewed joy, grateful to have her happy cat back. And Flash wasn't just a temporary foster anymore. He was family. Emily officially adopted him soon after. And the urination problem never returned. Boris's story is not unique. Thousands of indoor cats suffer from loneliness, boredom, separation anxiety, and understimulation every single day, and their guardians have no idea. Because cats don't cry, they don't whine, they don't vocalize distress the way dogs do. But their behavior communicates loudly. If your cat is peeing on the bed, on laundry, or on soft surfaces, especially while you're away, your cat may be expressing emotional distress rather than a litter box issue. Common signs of loneliness and separation anxiety in cats include urinating on beds or personal items, excessive sleeping paired with low energy, over-grooming or sudden changes in grooming habits, following you constantly when you return home, restlessness or agitation, decreased interest in play, and excessive meowing or attention-seeking behavior. These behaviors are not failures on your part. They are cries for help from an animal who depends on you to interpret their needs. And with the right support, guidance, and intervention, your cat can regain balance, confidence, and comfort, just like Boris. If you're feeling lost, embarrassed, or defeated because your cat is peeing on the bed, please know this: you are not alone, and your cat is not broken. I've created a free guide called the Emergency Protocol. It's a step-by-step resource for the first 48 hours when your cat starts peeing on the bed. Inside, you'll find medical red flags to watch for, a cleaning protocol, litter box optimization tips, and what to do while you investigate the root cause. You can download it for free at bettercatbehavior.com. The link is in the description below. This story isn't just about Boris healing, it's about Flash, the little rescued kitten who arrived unsure of his place in the world and ended up transforming 3 lives. Every cat has a story, and every behavior has meaning. Thank you for listening to Boris's story. If it helped you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. And remember, behavior isn't something to fix.